share, as I will be sharing throughout the day, the importance of voter participation. I see the the streaming has come up and it's running, and so we want to just. Oh no, it's not. Okay, I thought it was. I stand corrected. It should come up sometime soon here, so that we'll be able to share with you the importance of this time, the significance of this time. And so, as soon as these pages are up and running, and it looks like they have just done so, so that's great. We will kind of share with you what we will be sharing all day, and that is the importance of your vote, the significance of your vote, why your vote means so much, why your vote carries with it consequences that many times we pay absolutely no attention to. So I'm going to wait. I know a few people will be getting on in just a moment. I want to get this going here. I know people are at work. You have a lot of other things to do. And so we want to do the very best we can to get words of encouragement out and rolling. Good morning, Minister Sarah. How are you this morning? Barbara Foose, how are you? Good to see you here with us on this morning. Let me do something here. Doesn't look like the picture is real clear, but we want to be able to share something with you. All right. William, how are you this morning? Here's what's going on, and here's what you need to know, and here's how you can make a difference. We need to make this difference because we live in an age now where votes matter, votes count, participation is overwhelmingly important. As you see throughout the nation, some of the races that are taking place have overwhelming ramifications behind it. The funny thing about it is, people are so focused on Minneapolis and the reform of police, or in Virginia, where there is a very tight gubernatorial race that is running. Cecile, how are you? Tell hubby I said hello. And all of these things are happening in this day, in this age, in this moment, in this time. But I need us to understand that all politics is local, which means what? Which means you need to get out. Lady Harrison and I went out and voted this morning. I forgot to bring my little I was is it I and then that heart Ohio voting or something, but we did it. And what we had to do because of where we lived, we, as I had shared on last week, we had to Google the candidates because we didn't have a clue who they were or what they represented. And so we did our due diligence to make sure that people would know, so that we would know who these persons were that we were voting for. Thank you, Cecile. I appreciate that. Okay. Good, 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 Will. I'm glad to hear that. And so I don't know what the lines were like during Souls to the Polls because Lady Harrison and I were there earlier, but no one was there, and I went home, and there was only like a couple of people that streamed a little bit, but you got until 7:30, and I really need you. I really need you to encourage people to vote. I really do. I really do. You never want to believe that candidates are shoe-ins. Oh, they don't need my vote because we already know the majority of people are voting for them. No, good, Thea. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm, and like I said, I'm going to get on people's nerves today. That's what I'm going to do because I come from a generation who were the beneficiaries of the human life sacrifices that took place for me to be able to go to the when I turned 18. I didn't need a teacher. I didn't need anybody in the community. My parents made it their business to tell me the importance of getting out to vote because it's all we had, and right now it is all we have. I want us to think about this. I want us to think about this. If our vote was not so significant and not so powerful, people would not be putting restrictions in place to keep people. You really got to think about what you see people do because that's important. If you see someone who is obstructing, you see someone who is putting things in place to make that process harder. Back in the day, they were called poll taxes. They were called literacy tests. There was all of these things that were put in place to make sure people couldn't vote. And here's the thing that I find, and I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. This is the thing that I find overwhelmingly amazing about the voter suppression activity that's going on is the fact that if you go back in history, it was not just minorities that were suppressed, but white women were suppressed as well. And I know y'all don't like me. I know you don't. I know you don't. But I'm thinking about all of this stuff at one time in our history. The only people who were allowed to vote were white men. And that's the reason why they don't want the history of this nation taught to another generation who would be more sensitive and understanding to it. We have to do it, Thea. And it has been our apathy, it has been our lack of participation that gives them the catalyst that they need to put these things in place, and we sleeping on it. We're not doing what we should do. So if you have voted early, thank you. If you have voted today, thank you. But I know that you know somebody who has not voted. And all you have to do is pick up the telephone and say, hey, have you voted today? Oh, my vote. Okay, listen. Every vote counts. We're talking about people coming in office that are going to control revenue and finances, streets being repaired, lights being repaired, services being provided to the needy and senior citizens. I want you to hear what I'm saying. Who you vote for controls a whole lot more than what you think. And that's the reason why we need to be educated voters. Listen, love you. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Got a couple of things to do. I will be back later. This is my mission for today, is to get out here and to encourage people to vote, and then to encourage you to encourage people to vote. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent. vote. Make your voice heard. Listen, y'all be blessed. Have a blessed morning. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back. Take care.